One of the things I wanted to talk to us about growing our vegetables is one vegetable we all have problems with, all of us. So before I tell you all, tell me one specific plant that you have problems getting fruit from. One.
And that's for the chat, not for me.
No, it's for the chat. It's not for you. Hey, Bayou baby. So what plant that you see that you have problems with, but many people in the community have problem with it too? Bridget says squash.
Okay, we're getting close.
Yeah. Zucchini, squash due to the heifer.
Okay.
Sylvia said because of that heifer.
Somebody must have got the note.
Yeah, I'm serious, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Celery, God mercy, celery, cucumbers. So let me say this while you all putting your answer in. Let me just say this. Cucumbers, they are a squash, but that heifer don't like cucumbers. She don't like cucumbers. I've gotten good results with growing out the box citrus soil mix. Oh, well, wonderful.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, tomatoes. I don't
Said
have
that.
problems growing it. It's that stupid bug that keep messing with it.
Okay.
Growing out the box, I'm gonna turn it over to you. So you tell what
Now
is.
this is your show. I'm just
Well, I'm
here
just turning it
to
over to
assist
you
you.
because see, I got problem with that heifer too.
Okay. The injections that I do to the vines,
Hmm.
it does work. That's the Bacillus thuringiensis that you inject into the vine,
Hmm.
but it is a lot of work. I don't know if matter of fact, I'm not going to do it this year because, as you already know, I got my little squash cage now, so that's going to be my thing and moving forward. But another thing that I've been kind of tinkering with also was something that you probably just seen the video on, was that fulvic acid extract that I've been using on the plants. So that's something that I'm really excited about trying with that this year. And one of the reasons why that fulvic acid extract works real well, because it builds up the cell walls in the plant. So making all the nutrients in the soil available and kind of like just giving your plant a workout. So those cell walls are thicker. I think we were talking last night, Miss Linda, about the pyrethrum daisy.
Yeah.
That's a definite win, but with a caveat. Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I want to ask you about the cage.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about the cage. Will the cage be for sale? How tall is it?
So it's about the size of a small bedroom. I got a wraparound garden bed inside of it, so I can do it in tiers. So I can do like a level down and then put me a little rack up and then put another bed on top of that. That's part of the plan, but I don't know if I'm going to offer it for sale right now because I got the 3 zippers. That's definitely going to be in the store because that's actually on the way right now. So I'm waiting for that to get here in transit. I didn't want to overwhelm myself with too much at one time because
Mm-hmm.
I'm just getting my courage to get back into the overseas ordering. And then, of
Okay.
course, you got all this other stuff going on out here, which kind of
Mm-hmm.
makes me a little nervous, because
Mm-hmm.
you're putting money out there and then you're not sure how that's going to get delayed. But I got it early enough in the year to where the tracking now is telling me it's like 15 days out. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll be well ahead of ourselves in terms of having it ready for when the season begins. So,
So what do you mean the season begin? Because we all have these different.
springtime, yeah, just because like what we're talking about, just getting back out that 6 weeks. Everybody's going to be on different time frames, of course, because of whatever your grow zone is.
Right.
But I just wanted to make sure that I had everything set up for the store before the season actually begins. So I'm in Georgia Zone 8A. You're in what, 9? I think it was
9.
9, 9. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So of course your
Big
season's going
9,
to be,
baby.
oh
No,
yeah. So you're going to be earlier than I am, but
yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that I had everything in hand. Like my compost thermometers, they came in last week, so we're good on that. The
Mhm.
refractometers came in, so we're good on that. The only thing, and because it's bulkier, are the 3 zipper nettings, and that is my most requested item in the store. Yeah.
So the other thing I want to talk to you about, and it's just the cool things that I've learned about Pepper's family. Food by Faith said, I can't believe I missed out on that elephant garlic you had. I meant to order and had it here once I got here.
Well, food by faith. You
Yeah.
know, you family, so you know, a brother always keep a little something in the pocket.
Oh, it's too
I
sweet.
got I got your address and all that, so I'll get you some out of here. Matter of fact, I'll get it out of here tomorrow. I always keep some in reserve, so
Now
I'll
I
send you
don't
some
know. I
out
don't know
tomorrow.
if Food by Faith is home or not. So, Food by Faith, tell us where you are. All
Yeah, I
right.
think she's back. If I'm not mistaken, I
Okay.
think
Well.
she's back.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Where she's home, then that's great.
yeah. She said
Okay.
she's in
She's
Georgia.
is she home? Good,
Mhm.
baby. Good. Okay. Now this. You all see this? Not necessarily the leisure, but just the pepper. We're talking about peppers. How many of you all growing peppers? Which I know should be all of us, but who's growing peppers?
For
Go ahead.
y'all in the chat, there's a little lever down here on the side here with the hearts and the 100s. Y'all hit that button over there because that's what shares the live out, and you'll get more of the algorithm in there. So hit those hearts over there to the corner there and make those hearts pop up on the screen because that helps share the live out. Go ahead
That's
and
so
get these.
sweet. Thank
Yeah,
you all.
definitely.
So, Food Buffet, I want you to hang in right there. All right. But this is what I want to say to you all before growing out the box take over this one. There are perfect flowers. And when I say perfect flower, I mean a flower that have the male and the female in one flower. A tomato plant have the perfect flower. A eggplant, there's another one, perfect flower. Well, all peppers have the perfect flower. And what that means is that you can go out there and shake your pepper plant just like you would do a tomato, or the wind could pollinate those peppers, or seriously, just that pepper growing with the movement will pollinate peppers. Now, beneficial insects are welcomed, but they are not required. But this is another thing we want to share with you all about peppers and getting them to start. So if you can remember, just like I do my moringa seeds, I take my moringa seeds out of the shell, right? But Keith, tell us, what do you do with peppers?
Pretty much the same thing. I guess the definition that you would be looking for would be scarification, and
Mhm.
that is the key to it. Just basically you cracking the seal on the pepper, and you'll get germination within 24 hours, guaranteed. But you got to have a heat source in order to do that. And I got a little YouTube short on there where it's showing how that actually works. But I use chamomile tea also
Mhm.
as a way to keep the fungus off of it, because sometimes when you put those seeds in the paper towel method, you'll get that little mold starts growing on it. Taking a little razor blade and snipping just the tip of the radical, and you'll get germination on any pepper seed within 24 hours.
So that's what I'm holding here now. I wanted to show you. You see where that little point is, right? Could you see that, Keith?
It's like a
Yeah,
little curve right there, and then where that seed was attached to the fruit, that's
yeah,
your radical right there. That's called the
yeah.
radical.
And you just slice it or put a slice there, right?
Yeah, just nick it. You want to just nick it, because once that seed coating is nicked, scarified is what they, like I said, what they call it. But that allows that moisture to get into the embryo, and that's what triggers the germination.
When I want to start a moringa, I take it out the shell. And basically it's just the same thing, but it's just open up that shell. So Mike says soaking in peroxide helps thinning that shell too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think anytime you kind of break through a shell of anything, you can get a quicker germination.
Yep.
And seriously, I needed that for the peppers. I think a lot of us needed that.
Oh
The
yeah,
peak.
those things are serious.
And my grandson, I don't know if we did a little short where he said, "Oh, it's
He,
not that high."
he tasted one,
He pulled it off the plant
a
and
Carolina Reaper.
this and listen to me. He will never do that again.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah. Let me tell you my experience with a Carolina Reaper, right?
Yeah.
I'm in here saving seeds, and I'm gonna tell you guys, when you start talking about uh the gas that pepper puts off, pepper
Hmm.
gas,
Hmm.
there's a such thing, it's called pepper gas.
Yeah.
If you put water on a Carolina Reaper seed, it creates a gas. Don't ask me how I know that. Don't ask me how I know that. I'm just saying. I was in the kitchen calling myself cleaning off the cutting board that I was getting my seeds out of. And soon as that water hit it, it took my breath away. I had to literally run outside just to keep from passing out. Pepper gas. Yeah,
I
it
don't
is real.
I don't mess with that hot stuff.
Yeah, it's serious. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was serious.
These peppers, they are really good, real cool. Just to give other people just ideas of the peppers that I'm growing. But
That is
I'm
just so
working
cool.
on the things that you said. One of the things that you said,
Hmm.
I'm
What was
closing the
that?
loop because I always ask the question, what's in the bag?
and
You know
and
what I
that
mean?
whole closing the loop, I'm really digging hard into that this year,
Good.
because the first few years, of course, a lot of experimenting, and then the last 2 years more of the trying to get into more of the technical terms of what I was trying to do, so I can do
Right.
better research and be able to translate that over to a conversation that's not going to run everybody off. So I know sometimes I can get a little, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, you know
Yeah.
what I'm talking
Hey,
about.
come on back,
Sometimes,
bro. Come here.
some,
Come here.
yeah,
Come here.
sometimes you have to bring me back in a little bit because
Just a
I
little
get
bit. A
excited
little
when
bit.
I start learning those things. But
Yeah.
it really is fascinating when we start talking about that whole closing the loop to grow our own fertilizers. Like the alfalfa that I'm growing now. I hear a lot of people now talking about they're using alfalfa in the garden. You don't want to buy just any alfalfa. I'll tell you that
Yeah.
right off the rip. Because what
Yeah.
you're going to be doing is you're going to be putting those antibiotics that's in that bag in your
Mhm.
soil, and you're going to be
Right.
killing your bacteria.
And see, that's the thing about me. I always strive to find plants that I grow in my garden that I could feed my garden, like my plantains. I feed my garden the leaves, my sugar cane. I make molasses from it so I can feed my garden also. And of course, all the scraps, whether I use it in super juice or putting it back into the soil, but I want to use what is in my garden. So the one that I saw garden, well, her garden is just amazing. But I know she used alfalfa. She shared it with us. Veggie farming garden is just amazing. And she
Yeah.
shared how she used her alfalfa. She used it as some even like a super juice
Yep.
and
Yep.
many ways, not just one way. But her garden is just amazing.
When she was tearing down those wood frame little house that she had out there where she was covering up, she was out there moving that stuff. I was like, girl, you done made me tired watching you.
Veggie farming, say something so I can put you up
Yeah.
here on the screen,
Yeah, she
please.
got down on that whole project when she tore down her old little netting cage that she had and
Yeah.
brought the
That
whole new thing out. She did her thing on that. So yeah,
yeah,
much
she
respect, much respect.
and listen, this is not her first year, where her garden is amazing. It has just always, she have grown, from one step to like every year she just grows. And that's the way people, that's the way you do, things you did last year. Maybe you don't do that process because now you know a better way or easier way, but you're doing something just a little differently in your garden, right?
The greatest benefit that I found with that alfalfa, it has a root stimulator, or it's actually a hormone in
Hmm.
the plant that's called Triacontanol. So when y'all were seeing my collard greens and all my brassicas last
Hmm.
year that I was growing in those 32-ounce cups, and you saw the leaves just flopping
Hmm.
all over the place, that I think is attributed to that alfalfa and that stimulant that it has, that it really targets seedlings more than anything. And if you want to give your seedlings a good jump start, that
Hmm.
alfalfa is it. And then going back to your point, Miss Linda, where we were talking about closing the loop, I've fallen in love with that alfalfa because I've been using it for about 3 years now. So
Okay.
of course, the first thing I want to do is, how do I grow this?